Mga kababaeng walang kaba, kumusta po ang buong Luzon, the Visayas and Mindanao? Hindi lamang po ang LVM sa Pilipinas, kundi all over the world and basing here in Las Vegas in America. Ito po naman ang PHLV Radio Las Vegas, The Monitor. Alam po ninyo, ang The Monitor po ay nagbibigay po naman ng lakas ng loob para sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino, mga Pilipina, especially OFW. Kami din dito sa Amerika ay mga OFW. Kaya marami tayong mga kababayang Fil-Am na nandito ngo sa Amerika na nagbibigay pugay po naman sa lahat ng mga gusto nating itaas ang ating mga noo para sa kanila. Para saludo kami. Mga kababayang walang kaba, welcome po sa The Monitor, dito pa naman sa PHLV Radio Las Vegas. Ang bagong himpilan ng mga bagong bayani, the one and only Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas, in America, and in the Philippines. Now, ang ating po namang guest ay, baka mabibigla kayo. He is from the Philippines. Siya po'y Fil-Am, and meron siyang mga programs for 2024 and beyond. Una, economy. Sunod, education. Sunod, tax-free for veterans pension. At saka, tax-free for senior social security income. Pantakin mo yan. Maraming bagay na ibibigay sa inyo na kabutihan ng ating po namang guest today. For the meantime, ang ating po namang co-host, Bing Roldan, sa The Monitor. Bing?
Hello, good evening all over the world. I'm here once again at The Monitor. And it is my privilege and opportunity to be here again. Napaka-espesyal nitong gabing ito dahil meron tayong napakagalang na panauhin. So, hindi na natin patagalin ang ating pag-introduce sa kanya tonight.
Okay, for the meantime, ang ating po namang partner, Dr. Eric Aguila, meron din po naman siya mga questions para po naman sa ating guest. Mga kababaeng walang kaba, we will now shoot the first question. Bago ang first and second and third and more questions, pakinggan muna natin si Ginoong Ron Quince. Ron?
Yes, welcome.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Ron Quince. In the Filipino community, they call me Ron Q, because I guess it's a lot easier. Some people think that my last name pronounced as Quince, which is, you could. Mm-hmm. And some people, of course, says I've been called Quincy. But at the end of the day, you know what? Whatever works for you, the one that you can check on the ballot.
Yeah.
A little bit about me. I've been in Las Vegas for 20 plus years. I actually grew up here in the States, in Los Angeles.
So you're an amboy.
You can say that. The thing is like I was growing up with my grandparents, and they made it sure na Tagalog ang usapan sa
bahay.
Sa bahay. Of course, our province in the Philippines is Cagayan Valley, and hindi lang ako natuto mag-Ilocano or Ibanag, But I did pick up a little. Yeah, I pick up Spanish growing up in LA, so
of course,
I think that's a plus. I'm married. I have 2 children, 3 and 4. The good thing about it is my wife is Hispanic, so.
You're learning Hispanic a lot.
She always say that, I taught him that, but I said, no, I already learned that before.
So, bienvenidos, Ron Quince.
Gracias.
To
Gracias
PHLV Radio Las Vegas.
So, we can do that. And now, of course, background-wise, I'm an accountant by profession. And, of course, my business partner and I, Miko Socher, here, we are actually involved with a lot of businesses here in Nevada. And a few years ago, we decided that it's time for us to give out something in the community. So I started doing and founded a Ron Quince Incorporated, which is a non-profit organization. We help veterans, other Filipino organizations, and anything you can think of. We feed the homeless, because I want to give back something to the community. And when I was doing that, I realized that I can do this in a bigger future, not only for the people here in Las Vegas, but also the people, around the world, around the country. And that's when I decided to run for office. A little bit hard because I have to ask my boss, which is my wife. We do have bosses,
ask
right?
Mama.
And to get her blessings. And I'm lucky enough that she's very understanding, and she actually gave me the permission to run for office.
Right. First question coming from Dr. Eric Aguila. Dr. Eric? Another Amboy.
I'm a fellow
Okay.
Amboy, and he speaks much better Tagalog than I do. So
Okay.
I applaud you for that. Mr. Quince, you mentioned your, being here 22 years in the Valley. You've kind of seen the changes that have happened, not just here in Las Vegas, but in the district that you're going to represent, District 1. Given the changes that you've seen, what are the unique characteristics and strengths of your constituents that you want to represent for Congress?
Well, the beauty about District 1, when I moved here 20 years ago, I remember Henderson area, it's practically we don't have anybody there. I don't know if you guys been here for 20 years. Russell Road, it's still in construction 20 years ago, and it's still in construction now. And of course, we developed Sun City, Anthem. We have Inspirada now, and the community just keep growing. And the beauty about District 1 is such a diverse group. We have, I think our populations demographically are 48% Hispanics. We have 10% Asian Americans and Pacific Islander, and of course we have the Caucasian, and we have a 10% African American. And now they need to have a representation that actually know how the way things are, rather than just being one way, that actually have a broader picture on how the way this district needs to be run.
Yeah. We'll be opening some questions about education, economy, and veterans benefits shortly. Mga kababaeng walang kaba, kayo po na may nanonood at nakikinig sa PHLV Radio Las Vegas, sa The Monitor. Ang pinag-uusapan po namin dito ay ang darating na eleksyon for Ron Quince. Let's go back to Bing Roldan para sa another question.
Okay. This is my questions to you. What sets you apart from other candidates running for Congress in terms of your experience, qualifications, and ability to represent of the constituents in District 1?
Okay,
Mr. Quince?
first of all, like what I mentioned before, we have a heavy Hispanic population. My children are Hispanic, my wife is Hispanic, of course, and of course the Filipino community that we have here. One time I went to an event, and someone told me that, it's actually the best time for you to run for office because I can actually vote for someone that I can relate to. And then that actually came across me because, even though we all have different first name, we have Latino American, Asian American, Black, African American. At the end of the day, we have the same last name, which is American. And everybody comes to this country so we can have, a better life, pursue the American dream. And that's one of the things I can relate as far as immigration situation that's going on right now on the border. My opponents, they have no clue how the way the immigration process, because, they were born here. I actually went to a thorough immigration process when my family were coming here from the Philippines. So that's one of the things I can relate to them. And of course now they said, well, I'm a minority. Usually what's my opportunity here in America? How can I pursue the American dream? And I tell them, you are looking at the perfect product of living in America and achieve and success story of the American dream.
Another question coming from Doc Eric Aguila.
Kuya Rex was mentioning in your introduction about your plans to help with the economy, and one thing being tax-free for pensions. Can you kind of expand on your specific policies or initiatives to promote economic growth and job creation for the Nevada District 1?
Absolutely. First of all, what we need to do is we need to stop the spending that's going on right now. We just cannot be printing money. That's why the inflation is so high. We need to use our own energy rather than being dependent on China and other countries. And of course, I mentioned about the veterans, and it's funny thing because a lot of people have told me, "Hey, Ron, some veterans actually have tax-free." Absolutely, if you're a war veteran and you get hurt in the battle. But what about those veterans that are actually behind the scene who actually been in service for 20 years? They didn't go to combat, but it's still as important as someone that went to combat. And why is it that they have to pay taxes when they serve this country for 20 years? And then, of course, the senior citizen. Since 1984, that's the last time that the senior citizen actually have tax-free. And a lot of people telling me, "Hey, Ron, you know what? Seniors, what do you call it? Social Security is tax-free." And I told them, well, it's tax-free, but there's actually a cap. The way it works is if you're husband and wife and you're getting Social Security, if you have another job or another pension that's worth more than your Social Security, guess what? You have to pay 80% of your receiving Social Security. So that's not tax-free. In my situation, I'm going to pass a law that Social Security should be free because you know what? It's not their fault if they're planning their retirement in the future like a lot of people are doing. And why should they need to get penalized? Especially right now, living on Social Security alone is not enough. We have a lot of people, a lot of seniors are actually working, getting part-time jobs. So that's why they can, just to make ends meet.
We're getting excited about this,
Yes.
Ron, because we are part of the senior citizens. And sometimes we are neglected. Mga kababayan ko lang sa mga Pilipino at mga Pilipina po dito sa Nevada, District 1. Abangan po ninyo. Marami po tayong pag-uusapan. Thank you very much for bringing Ron Quince, Miko, and to mention Kuya Kaloy Vasquez and Efa Giao Acu. Thank you for coming over. And salamat din po naman sa support ng mga kaibigan natin. Babalik po ang The Monitor sa second episode. Sa ngalan po naman ni Bing Roldan and Dr. Eric Aguila. Ito po naman yung panglingkod, Rex Ricarte. We'll be right back.